Oh, what's going on, everybody? What's up? I'm Trevor, RSG, and we got Sean, Ophidian over there, and we're gonna give you RSG OTC Ep.4. So that is RSG off the cuff for anyone who is new to this, and I definitely think that we have some good stories on my mind, at least, for you today, and we'll discuss that and let's see what's going on. So, have you heard anything crazy? Because I've heard some crazy stuff. You hear anything crazy in the gaming world? I heard your games with gold was kind of hell this month.
Yeah, dude, they gave us a game called the Deer God. Yeah, I get to do deer stuff. You know, I get to eat berries and
Yeah,
grow up. I
wow.
get to eat berries and get bigger as I go about the way.
Wow.
It started out.
Always wanted to do that.
Yeah, me too. You know,
Yeah.
the other
Did you
day
know
I was
that? I
thinking to
always
myself,
wanted
if there was only more nature simulators. I was waiting for like a squirrel simulator or something where I could get a bunch of nuts together and, well, never mind. That's a different topic entirely. But
yeah. Yeah.
no, I was disappointed in it. It's got a little bit of puzzles here and there. You know, like push the rock here and fucking something else happens. It can't really. It's a platformer. You know, is it a Mario? Is it a Sonic? Not by any means. It started out as a Kickstart game, and you can feel that the whole way. Like it's some kind of project somebody took money for, and it's just not really. Yeah. Previous month was Metal Gear. Before that, Assassin's Creed. That was awesome. That was cool.
Yeah, those were cool. And then they give you this shit.
The Deer God.
Dear God. You know, hey, who knows? Everyone might want to be a freaking deer.
Whatever.
You know what? It's as easy as running out in front of a car and not giving a shit. But we all don't want to do that. But if you want to be as, you know, like a deer kind of simulator kind of thing, I mean, you gotta have vehicles in this deer simulator. You know,
I think on the 15th they're going to drop Tomb Raider, re-released for Xbox Gold. So it's not going to be a complete shit month.
And when is this? The 15th?
Yeah, the 15th. I think it's going to come out.
Oh.
So it's a remastered Tomb Raider. I think it's the first Tomb Raider, which, well, you got to go back.
I like that. That is nice.
Tomb Raider. You know, everybody got Tomb Raider because Lara Croft was hot. Everybody
She
wants
was.
Yeah, and there's like this mythological nudity code out there that didn't exist. I mean, I'm sure you could mod it into existence and make it happen.
But who would want to at
The
that
graphics
point?
back then were crappy anyway. She's gonna have, you know, like polygon boobs looking like whatever Legos.
Yeah, I mean, who would want that? Who would really want that?
I would not want to see Lara Croft naked. Why would I? That's ridiculous.
Not then. You know,
No,
now with
of
this stuff, it's kind of crazy. You know,
But
it's like, oh,
I hated
Jesus.
Tomb Raider because they didn't do like cutscenes and what was going on anywhere else or so forth and so on. If you really remember when you played the first one, you would be in this little maze and all the walls look the same because it's a maze. It's just cut and paste kind of maze. And you find a lever and you pull the lever, and they never showed you what happened anywhere else. All you heard was like something moved somewhere. Well, let me go back in the big maze and find out what it was. That was the end of Tomb Raider for me. That's it. Whatever.
Yeah, and it's almost like a Resident Evil at that point. Like, you know, in the sense of like you hit something, and you're like, where did that go off? Okay, what did that do? I don't know.
I haven't given Resident Evil much of a chance lately because the first couple ones to me, they were good. They weren't garbage. But, you know, it got to be a pain in the ass, like, okay, we're going to have you go all the way to this end of the mansion to hit a light switch, to go all the way back into that end of the mansion, that's going to open a door where you're going to find a key, and you can go all the way back to that end of the mansion and open the drawer, and it was like, wait, this is bullshit. You guys made this game fucking 30 hours long because I'm running back and forth through the same shit again and again.
Now, granted, you could beat it in, I think, like 7 hours if you know exactly what you're doing. But even that, I mean, it's annoying that you have to deal with these stupid ribbons. I mean, let me save my damn
files.
game, you know? Like, I really got to go to, you know, we'll just pause it, leave the system on. But, you know, I don't know.
But again, they've come a long ways. I haven't given them a fair shot since then, so.
Yeah. And they're remaking that for the PC for the second one. They did the first one, which that was kind of disappointing, okay? Now, I understand it's a lot easier to remake it from what GameCube had it as, okay? GameCube remade the first Resident Evil, and there were some changes. I forget all the changes. One of the most ones that I remember is in the beginning, right in the beginning, in the original for PlayStation, there was a typewriter right next to the banister of the staircase. It's not there anymore. Now it's a vase on there, or a vase, or whatever, however you want to say it. And it's in the dining room off to the left. So, yeah. I can't remember all the stuff they changed on it, but I know it was definitely enough for me to be like, oh, damn it, I was really hoping that they'd remake the original.
They aren't like that. They redid Silent Hill and stuff too a couple times, and they're not like that. It's not like it's just like some kind of graphic port where they hit a switch and it just.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's all coded.
They literally redo the game, every little nitty gritty piece of it.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. When they made it HD, I know the GameCube couldn't have looked that good, but when you watch like a comparison between GameCube and PC, between the remastered on the PC that just came out and the GameCube that was out long time ago, man. When I was still coming off the school bus, coming to your house. You know what I'm saying? And and it's just like, why am I drawing a blank on this?
Who cares? We're talking about Resident Evil and Tomb Raider. We got into the old stuff again because that's where I dwell.
But you know what? The old stuff is always good. But I'm saying they're bringing out the second one with Resident Evil. It's really disappointing that they didn't have that, or that all it really looked like was a slightly more glorified Resident Evil. I swear, sometimes me checking like the chat and stuff on here, even though there's nothing going.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm checking to see if anyone's in the thing. Yeah,
it throws,
it definitely throws me off. There is practice involved, needed. Yeah, definitely. But hey, you know what? It's off the cuff, so we just go with it. So what the hell? So anyways, well, that's why I have you here. You even remind me what the hell I was doing last.
Okay.
You know.
Sure, if you say so.
Unless you forget.
What were we talking about?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Shit.
Whatever.
Oh well. Well, now thinking about some games, let's go on to the newer one that I was thinking here. So there's some games that have gotten some updates. Let's see. Batman Arkham Knight on the PC. Now, worked great on the consoles.
I heard it's harder to play on PC.
Holy shit. Yeah, because it was all fucked up on PC. It was a horrible port over that had so many problems. So, they just apparently, from what I understand, released the new one. Okay? The new patch, fixing all, like, it's a miracle patch, apparently, from what I'm understanding. It's really good. So that's awesome. They were like, oh, he screwed up here.
Did you play it?
No, because I can't stand, I don't want to be kicking and throwing things for, like, end on end.
What I was expecting out of it, it was a bit darker in nature, which I enjoyed, than what I was expecting out of it. It was
I'm
okay.
sure.
It was okay. Again, yes, it's a brawler to some degree. Yeah, definitely.
And it's cool to play like a fighting game against a friend. For me at least.
Oh yeah, you picked up that.
I did. Yeah, like because I got Injustice is real cheap, but but a brawler to me is like playing a fighting game single player. Like I don't really want to do this because it's just like, damn, slam, yeah, all right, same moves over and over, enemy after enemy after enemy. It's just crazy. Where a first-person shooter is like, I almost died. Headshot, it can be, it's just crazy. I don't know, but just sitting there, boom, I don't know, all that stuff. I can't do it sit there and play games like that. So that's why I'm really not into it.
I forget what they're called. I mean, 2D fighting games. I like.
I'm gonna see how much I can get. By the way, Arkham Knight for, because I'm pretty sure I can get it pretty cheap. But go ahead.
You picked up a 2D fighter. You want me to play it with you? I'll play it with you. That's cool. For me, like I said in previous episodes, Capcom SNK was always the way for me to go with that. And they don't have like 3D modeling kind of stuff. Capcom has done that kind of stuff. They have done like 3D kind of graphics and stuff. But I prefer the animated look. And some of the games now are so nice that they literally look like a complete animated cartoon, but as a fighting game. I like those better. They're not, but...
So, right now, you can get Batman Arkham Knight for PC with the G2A shield for $16.71. Make sure you use my ref link though. Make sure I get that. It's at the bottom of the stream if anyone can see that. And
I don't know if
that's a killer price though.
The copy I have is loaned to me, and it was my first title that I got to put in my Xbox One. And, I played it, honestly, for about 2 hours. It was cool. I got to see a little bit of what the new consoles were doing. Everything was over glossy and shiny. But I have to say, I got some other games, and I haven't put that back in my console. It's not garbage.
I mean, yeah, but, it's not, it may not be your style. It's not my style, But I just...
the controls on the Batmobile drove me freaking crazy, because your L trigger isn't brake. Your R trigger is your gas, but your L trigger isn't brake. Your L trigger is to deform and stuff, and transform into a gun pod and stuff. And it just drives me crazy because
it just goes against every game.
I've been playing racing games now for how long? And I'm sorry, L is brake, man. Come on, what the?
Yeah. See, and there's another one that's pretty crazy pricing. I don't know why everyone's getting these
Mad Max.
Mad Max. It's the new one, brand new. $17.86 plus the Ripper DLC.
You didn't see the movie?
No, not the new one. I gotta see it.
I mean, there's not much of a story. It's Mad Max, man. It's survive or die.
Yeah.
But one guy has all the water. He controls a good portion of people. But as far as adrenaline, explosions, car chases, fighting scenes, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I got. That's all I keep hearing about it. Oh wow. Oh.
Shopping with RSG.
If I played them more, that's what we are doing right now. But you know what? People need to know these PC deals, because I'll tell you right now, there's a special.
Work for the companies.
No, we don't. But I do have a ref code, and you know what? Let me get that just to post it, because in case you want to go to it, let me get that ref link going on here, because there are some killer deals right now on G2A. And for anyone on YouTube, obviously I'll put the ref link in the bottom of down in the description. There you go, g2a.com/r/ready-set-game-87. So, so we're kind of doing a little shopping right now, because I'll tell you, there's some crazy prices going on right now. Mortal Kombat X is it is the newest Mortal Kombat. $9.35, man. I mean, you don't get these prices on console. That's where, holy.
Launches are usually $59, man. That's the way it is. Unless you.
Arkham Knight would be $60.
2D
right
shooter
now.
or something, then you get it cheaper.
Grand Theft Auto 5, $35.90 right now. You can get it for.
Grand Theft Auto 5. It's becoming a little bit of an obsession for me. I've noticed that it's actually. I guess it wouldn't sell this way because people take the term and they think like elves and ogres and shit, but it is an MMO. It really is an MMO. I mean, it
kind of is, yeah.
You have this big world where you're not on your missions and everybody's getting along or whatever, and you can meet up and go do a mission and stuff. But pretty much it's you build up money, you buy things, you get your experience, they go toward things. It is an MMO. It just wasn't marketed that way. It's in urban times. Like I said, MMO to most people translates immediately into ogres and elves and wizards and mages and whatnot, so...
Yeah, and, why... What the heck is going on here? Why did it go back to there? Sorry. But Grand Theft Auto 5 is basically just an absolute all-out crazy fest. When it comes to being online with all different types of people, and the only thing where it's not an MMO is because it's not massive amounts of people online at the same time. Like, well, they are online at the same time, but not like working together in a group.
I think it's a great, not to go too crazy on how much I love it, but I think it's a great game if you're just getting a console to pick that up. I mean, what do you want to do, man? You want to go skydiving? Fine. You want to go play golf? Fine. You want to go play tennis? That's fine. You want to go race some boats? Hey, that's cool too. You want to, whatever you want to do, it has it in there, man. It's crazy. You want to go shoot clowns with a shotgun or aliens or whatever? It's in there. It's fine.
It is, and it's
whatever you can think of. They put it in
there.
They
really did.
And the really cool thing is there's so many hidden Easter eggs in the game. It's absolutely ridiculous, and they went crazy with the conspiracy theories. For all the people that are into conspiracy theories, it doesn't matter. If you believe in aliens or something, you'll go out and you'll find alien stuff. If you think that you believe in Bigfoot, you'll go find some Bigfoot shit.
Yeah,
if you want to talk about the Illuminati or whatever the fuck, they're in there too. Whatever you can think of is in that damn game. It's pretty cool.
And, you know, something I was thinking about with GTA 5, and I think that's why I'm seeing all these insanely low prices on games like Shadow of Mordor for $10, you know, Diablo 3, $16, City Skylines, $9. I think all these are, it's basically like a Labor Day weekend sale, I think is what's going on. Because that's kind of what GTA 5 is doing right now. They're kind of doing like a GTA 5 Labor Day thing. And I forget what days it's going on. Let me see if I can find it. Labor Day? Because there's something going on. Okay, they're offering bonus XP and cash. Labor Day sales this weekend. So what are they really saying? Okay, so today, September 4th, or not today, yesterday, September 4th, they had the Labor Day sale. I guess for jets. Okay. Alright, so today would be Legendary Motorsport later. So that's going to be 25% off the entire inventory. Okay, cool. So you can get some cars for cheap.
It's just crazy. I'm sorry, man. I'm going on. It's just crazy. Like, if you go out and you buy a racing game, I don't know, you buy whatever, the new Need for Speed or some shit, right? You're going to be racing cars. In Grand Theft Auto, man, you can race cars, you can race jet skis, you can race boats, you can race helicopters, you can race jet fighters. Right? It is insane. The game has goddamn everything.
It really does. It really does, man. Holy hell. Because, I mean, you look, we're going on September. Okay, so Saturday, like I said, is Legendary Motorsport. So you get cheaper prices on cars. So we got the cheaper prices on boats. And for, what is it, on Sunday. And then Monday, guess what you got? You got basically, wow. Warstock cash and so basically, along with some urban warfare complements of Warstock cash and carry, all.
You know what I saw on the internet?
Okay.
I saw it on YouTube, and it was an interesting point that I hadn't noticed all these years that Grand Theft Auto has been around. That just never occurred to me. You know, Rockstar, they've put themselves out there where, you know, you can do just about anything you want to do. I mean, you want to go pick up a prostitute and have your way with her and then kill her later and take back her money or whatever. Whatever you want to do, it's pretty out there. But somebody pointed out that there are no children in the world of Rockstar, or not Rockstar, but in the world of Grand Theft Auto. It's like that's the line that Rockstar would not cross.
You know what?
They're like,
and that's
no.
good.
And now that I said that, next time you play or you watch me play, it's gonna seem weird that here's this whole city, this whole landscape and whatnot,
and there's
not one kid anywhere.
You know, you got a point. I've never seen a kid in GTA, and I think that's smart because you know the controversy would really arise.
It's like they whoa, not that. We don't care about anything else. Not that.
Because you could be sitting there like, I'm gonna walk up to that kid.
Yeah, you could do.
Ah, yeah, that's right. Right. Yeah. What are you doing, dude? You just killed a kid.
Yeah.
It's a game, man. That's still sick. You know, so yeah, that's exactly where they are with that.
I just never noticed that they had thought about that far back, and
you know, I wouldn't have.
Somebody had to point it out to me, or else I wouldn't have noticed.
Dude, there's thinking of GTA 5 too. The mods are getting crazy, crazy. I still don't think I showed you a mod that I saw on Skyrim. It's a Thomas the Tank mod. That was funny as hell, man. Instead of the dragon, it's a Thomas the Tank, and he's at the top of the castle, like when you're about to get your head chopped off. He's like, dude, dude, and it flies all down.
Funny.
It's like
That's
it's crazy, dude. It's you gotta see
I
it.
am so jealous of PC Skyrim. My PC won't run Skyrim, and that's like modder's paradise.
It is, but
that
it's a pain in
game
the ass
is
to
modded
mod.
so far. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, a lot of games are getting like that, and especially GTA
Good,
5.
I think it's good.
I think you can get, you know, probably Thomas the Train on GTA 5 if I remember right.
I can't.
It's hilarious, right? Like, wait, that's not Thomas the Train. What is that, man? Oh, my childhood memories. So, there's a... But there was something else I had in my head just now about GTA 5. Other than the mods that are going on with it. But I think we've basically wrapped up
Enough
GTA 5.
GTA.
Yeah. I mean, we know it's just crazy. So let's go to something a little crazy. Oh, by the way, sticking with games for a second. We'll go back to some games because this is a game, but I've got to point it out. So, it's not called Slave Tetris, by the way. That's just a mini game inside of this game called Playing History 2 Slave Trade. So the mini game in the game is Slave Tetris. This got pulled off of Steam. Apparently it made it into... Okay, Steam has to be like, hey. Let's look at this. Oh, hey, whoa. I mean, why would you even get Playing History 2 Slave Trade? I would just like, nope, this could be bad. But you know... Yeah, I guess you can't judge a book by its name or cover, you know. So
I mean, it could be educational.
I'm gonna show everyone it in a second.
Oh, that's not educational at all.
No, this isn't educational at all whatsoever.
That's fucking rough.
I just laughed like the little like the sisters
That's rough.
that just couldn't hold like. Oh my god, dude. Here you go, everyone. Here you go. Feast your eyes on that. You know, we'll even zoom in a little bit. Okay. Get the zoom in. Okay, there we go.
Slave Tetris, there it is.
There is Slave Tetris.
You pack as many of those slaves as you can in that ship, damn it. I'm not screwing around. That's ridiculous.
It is, and they look so fucked up. Oh my god, it's just so wrong. And what's this little mouse in the corner and a dragon and what the hell? Okay. So if I had to pull out my racist card kind of thing, thinking of where would this be going?
Alright, whatever. I wasn't expecting that today. That's cool.
Yeah, you know. But if you move your shoulder a little bit there, right?
See the little mouse right there? Yeah, the little mouse.
Is that depicting someone maybe Spanish? Because maybe like a Speedy Gonzalez kind of idea? That's what I'm thinking. And then this is like Chinese, okay, right. Then you got the white guy, but we know why he's there.
Right.
Obviously, because, you know, that's what it's depicting. But, like, what is this all about? What is this mouse and the dragon? So if this is racial, I'm imagining that this has to be racial. So it's just all around WTF is going on. All right.
Okay.
Now, here's another one. But what were you going to go on?
Nothing. Never mind. That's fine.
Okay. Because what I was going to go on... Oh, I think we're... No, there it goes.
I was going to say maybe it could be educational to within reason. I mean, in my head, I don't know, and I'm not a racial person by any means, man.
Neither am I. So
but I think,
don't know,
in modern times, like right now, we're all slaves, and our masters don't beat us; they just don't feed us. And like, it's a matter of, I can't imagine like when slavery was legal and so forth and so on. Like, of course, there are horror stories, and I'm sure that people beat their slaves and stuff to whatever. But there comes a limit where, you know, they also had to provide for these people too. And if you didn't feed your people and you just beat them all day long, then work isn't really going to get done. You know what I mean? Like you have to.
Die,
yeah, they're gonna die and shit. So as horrible as it was, and I'm sure that it was, I think that a good portion of what we hear about are the epitomes of the horror stories, the worst of the worst, because they had to care for these people to some degree to keep them in working condition where they had to be healthy enough to work. But I'm sure that there's lots of gray area there where shit got all fucked up. But whatever, never mind. That's it.
Yeah. Let me just see something. Let's see if it make any sense. Because someone is saying that my camera quality
I see
is
that.
crap. But you know what? I will say there's been something going on. It could be a little messed up right now because I have the green screen going, you know. So that could be an obvious setback. But I don't know. Let's see. It is kind of blurry on the blurry side. And unfortunately, I don't know what's going on. I'm almost tempted to contact Logitech, but we know how that's all going to go. So,
I'm sorry, sir. I'm gonna have to get somebody on the line to bullshit you. Please hold.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's kind of what's
going on. Yes, I hear you have some bullshit to talk about, some other bullshit, because this is bullshit, and I don't want to talk about any more bullshit.
Yeah. Because I don't know. It's weird. I've got enough lighting. I shouldn't have any problems. But the green screen is making things a little fuzzy too. But I don't know why the camera quality's being like that, and it's on 1080p and whatever. But anyways, we're going on to the next part. And but I mean, I'm glad to let people know that I know, because I've known about this problem. I just can't seem to fix it, and heck, I don't have money for a crazy camera to change that. So the C920 should do it, which the C920 has been doing a great job. I just don't know why it's been acting all funky. So anyways, controller, Xbox 3 or One controller, so just kind of gone insane.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm not unhappy with the controller that the Xbox One comes with. In fact, I'm pretty impressed with it. I've noticed that, you know, aside from your down in the bottom of your hands where your usual vibration is, that there's vibration up in the triggers as well, and it's a much higher, faster pace, like kind of vibration. I'm pretty impressed with the controller that it comes with. I don't feel the need to go out and spend. Yeah, man. Okay,
I mean,
what's this say? This one has 225 possible color combinations for lighting LEDs. I don't care, dude. I'm not fucking.
I mean, it is
I
cool
feel like
to have
purple
LEDs,
today.
but you know, I mean, Jesus. But
$80. What? $150?
That's something I'm liking right there, as the controller will cost only $80. But at the same time, it doesn't have all the interchangeable crazy pieces. But it's got this cool like trigger lock thing that I was reading up about on it, so you don't have to pull the trigger all the way. So I'm guessing like if you have a game that's like, I'm guessing it doesn't work where it's more down. I think it works in the sense if you have a game where you have to pull the trigger to shoot, for instance, it locks, like you can have a position where like that's all it can go back, you know, so you could just be like da 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 da.
Right. You don't have to fully squeeze it all the way down.
Right. You don't think. Okay. Right. Exactly. And I think that's what their trigger lock thing is. So that's pretty cool. Their thumb pads look really good. Although I lost my thumb pad on my Afterglow just recently.
Did you?
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. That
Finally went.
I don't know, man. I don't buy controllers until my controller breaks. You know, like that's really when I do it, man. I mean, I'm not one of these guys sitting around with 3 different controllers for whatever, man. I mean, the last fancy controller I bought, Ace Combat 6, I think there was some collector's edition. It came with flight sticks. They were pretty impressive. Flight sticks.
I remember that.
Nice.
I remember that.
But that's like the last fancy pants controller I bought in a long time.
Yeah, I remember that so much. It's been a long time.
It's actually pretty quality. It was nice.
It's been a real long time. But no, this is not the Razer Wildcat controller, by the way, because someone thought it was the Razer Wildcat. No, this is actually one by I've never heard of Power A. I've never heard of this company, but that's the company, Power A, and
it's a wired controller.
It is a wired control, but you know what? I've been working with wires so long. Screw it, give me a wired. I don't know. No batteries, good response time. I'm happy. Let's see. What was that? Where the heck? The Fusion Pro. It's called the Fusion Pro. Probably right there. It's like. But anyways, that's what it's called. The Fusion Pro by what the heck, Power A. There you go. So, let's go back. Okay. And turn off the chroma key. We don't need the chroma key for right now. So let's see. There's something I saw. You know, there's a game coming out that we all know we're gonna love, and I've said it on a previous episode, and that's gonna be Fallout 4. Okay. Fallout 4. The reason I'm bringing this up is because they are making a Monopoly board, not for Fallout 4, just a Fallout Monopoly board. That's cool. Probably gonna be like $50, so I'm not gonna have it. But something I thought was amazing when I saw Fallout 4. Something say this about Fallout 4. It has more voice lines, dude, than Skyrim and Fallout 3 combined.
Skyrim had quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, Skyrim obviously had more than Fallout 3.
Yeah, but Fallout 3 still had a lot.
That's cool. I mean, I like the voice acting and stuff. I mean, like, what was it? Oblivion. Oblivion got to be a little bit on your nerves because it was noticeable. Like, you would go to a shop in one town and the shopkeeper would be the same voice actor as in the other town, even though it was a separate character. You got, but hey, wait, what the hell's going on?
I'm not talking about voice actors. I'm talking about voice lines.
Okay.
Like how many responses and everything. Like, just...
Yeah.
Or when you're walking by someone, you hear them talking.
Yeah.
You know, you don't hear so much repeating in general.
Yeah, it's come a long ways. I mean, even the things that you walk by and you hear people talk about, they are events that are happening in the world, and they matter to some degree. But I noticed that all the voice acting and voice lines, they slowly spoiled me along the way, and I didn't realize it until I went back to play something like Morrowind. And then I was like, good lord, this is a lot of text, man. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's not an issue. It doesn't matter. It's just that I didn't realize that I was being spoiled until I took a step back. And I was like, wow.
I mean, yeah. I know exactly what you're saying. But something I just want to just touch up right quick that I'm noticing they're doing with all these controllers is the 3.5 millimeter jack. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's pretty awesome.
Well, yeah, the other way is just proprietary crap. You know, buy our stuff because it just won't fit. Even though that kind of stuff pisses me off. It's pissed me off for years.
Yeah.
You gotta buy it from us because we made the thing a little funny shape.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. You want to talk about driving you nuts? Exactly. That's exactly something that'll drive me nuts too. By the way, Bugs was doing like someone in my chat was saying that how about the commentary in wrestling games, right? Now, in my opinion, any sports, even like whether you would consider wrestling is a sport, so sports games just in general just repeat the living shit out of themselves.
They do. I mean, don't know. See, I'm older and I don't really know how. I think the first, and it was a big deal, it was like John Madden Sports Talk Football or some shit, right? And it was like a huge deal that the game talked. And it was just like, and he passes the ball to, and it was just like, you're like, oh my god, I can't take this shit.
Please, there's no option to turn this off. This is horrible. No, yeah, and like sometimes you will eventually turn off the comment. Oh, he's on fire today.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's not a good one for him.
Wrestling games, I haven't played a lot of, man. N64, I think, turned me off on wrestling. My favorite wrestling game, and just because I'm old, has got to be Pro Wrestling for the NES with that freaking that green fucking lake-looking guy who would come out and chomp on the top of some guy's head. That's the last time I really had fun with a wrestling game.
Oh my god, yeah.
They always feel broken to me. Like, this isn't doing what I want. Damn it.
You know, I'm gonna have to bring back up the green screen for this one because I just wanted to show everyone this. Now I love Asus. I don't know, some people like to call it Asus.
Yeah, I don't know.
But their own company, like when their own people call it Asus. So, anyways, I'm gonna bring this up. This looks amazing. Okay, it is Probably gonna cost quite a penny. I wonder if it'll say in here. Probably gonna cost quite a penny. So, yeah. Here we go.
For speakers?
Nope.
Okay.
It's a water-cooled laptop. I mean, maybe those could be speakers built into there too.
It's not really a laptop anymore at that point.
I know.
It's not a laptop
anymore.
anymore.
Huge, right? But it is cool. It's a GX700 water-cooled 4K laptop with a 17-inch screen.
Yeah, but it's not a laptop.
I know, it's kind of like...
What are you going to do with that? Seriously.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with that?
Yeah. You've got kind of a point. You got kind of a point.
You going to bring that on the bus? What are you going to do? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to crap on the new, expensive, high-tech equipment.
But you
Whatever.
got a point. You got a point. So, let's turn off... Let's
if they were speakers, yeah.
Let's turn off that, okay, for right now. Because I'm gonna start reading some of the stuff off to people if I see like how much it's really gonna cost. Because it's gotta cost quite a bit. Pop that one on your screen for reference. Okay. Oh,
there you go.
Yeah, that's
Good
right.
For you, man.
Yes. We'll pop that up real quick. Pro wrestling. Okay.
That's the good old days,
let's
man.
see. Let's zoom on in on that. There we
go.
Yeah. There you go. So that's pretty cool. I remember that so much. I really do remember that. They're no longer called laptops. The name is just stuck. They're portable computers, which is true because actually I think they actually are getting away from the laptop name.
They wanted to get a name away from laptop name. Period. They wanted to push notebook more because the laptop it runs warm in your lap, and the warmth was literally making men sterile. You know, like
yeah.
They really wanted to drop that name. You're right on that, man.
Yeah, they really. It's just a portable, and you know, and it's true. It is a portable computer. But I gotta see how much is this thing gonna cost though. But it looks absolutely insane though. Looks like typically a bulky laptop itself, but it's detachable. At least it's detachable and more mobile when not hooked up to the water cooling base station. Okay. Wow. So that part is detachable.
Detachable.
Not as quite as portable as you might want from a laptop.
Size that thing, man. I might as well carry around an air conditioner with me, plug it in, and sit down in front of the air conditioner. And now
probably not as big as it makes it look.
Look at that shit. That shit is like this big.
It's probably like making it pop out like, look, this is our new thing. He said, "Cook mine."
I'm serious. I'm just gonna bring an air conditioner, put it in the window, put my laptop in front, and be like, "There, see."
Yeah. It's like, oh, look, it's cooled down.
Cook my nads.
Yeah, it really doesn't say much about it. Just ran it. Okay. So, anyways, let's go on to some other things I also saw. Oh, now you don't really do much of the tycoon games. There's a game called Prison Architect that I played for a long time, and what happened is I stopped, and then I basically have to like relearn it again because it's been so long, and I kind of just didn't want to. I don't know why, it just didn't grab me in that second time, but you know, I started doing real good, getting classrooms and everything, and starting to understand it. But it does get to a point where it's too big, too complex, and you know, that's just my opinion. But the final alpha is out, so that means it's going into full-on game, which, because, like, you know, nowadays everything is just buy alpha and then we'll make it better and then it'll eventually be finished. This game's been out for quite a long time. But I'm glad to see that because DayZ's been out longer and it still is in alpha. Damn DayZ. Now, like I said, a great early alpha game is definitely got to be Dirt Rally because they are really adding in so much big stuff, and it's not like the game isn't awesome already. They're just making it that much more awesome. So it's freaking awesome. It's awesome all around. Awesome sauce. Yeah. So now they call it an SSHD. I think it's still an SSD, a solid state drive, but it could be one of those hybrids where it's like a solid state hybrid drive. So that could be where what it is, where it's like part solid state and then part like spinning, regular, like your regular hard drive. And I think 1 terabyte is a little crap that's all they're offering nowadays, because it's going to cost a lot of money. But I guess they're, the pre-orders are ready for it for the 1 terabyte Xbox One. Solid state. Like I said, it could be a hybrid drive or it could be an SSD, which is solid state drive.
Solid state lasts and lasts and lasts and lasts. Like with your regular hard drive, you're always like, I hope this thing doesn't break. You know, like if you pick up your hard drive and this thing feels funny when it's moving, you can tell I'm throwing it off balance. It's a more secure way to go if you feel the need for more.
And someone was commenting that the prison game, they think the prison game is boring, and yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Is this didn't keep my interest back in once I restarted it again. But
yeah, I'm more of a speed junkie when it comes to that, man. I play I play RPGs. I play turn-based RPGs. They're fine. I don't mind the grinding. But when
it comes to true learning, right?
It's not learning. Screw you, buddy. When it comes to having to manage my food court of my theme park, and then having to manage the bathrooms and how much food I'm selling and how much waste disposal there's going to be and all this, dude, I get it. It's just not for me. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, and that's what I was saying. Sometimes that can kill a game. Okay. You take Vegas, make it big. I got that game for 49 cents because it could have been a good game. It could have been a good tycoon game, but they lack something that would have been so stupidly simple. It's basically you make your casino and you have all these slot machines. You had to manually click on every single slot machine and empty it. Why isn't there an office with a guy that can go out and empty it? Like an office with a guy for trash and a janitor, just simple shit, and it could have made the game so much better. So much better, and I would have actually probably enjoyed it.
How much do you want, man? How much do you want? Do you want to be the maid service in the hotel? Do you want to go make the beds and shit too, and clean the toilets? Is that how far you want to go? How far do you want to go?
Well, no, that's where some people might want to go. And someone was saying 500 gigabytes on their Xbox One just filled up with a few games. That's why this 1 terabyte going back, because that's what we were on. And honestly, it's just 1 terabyte is bullcrap, especially when you gotta install everything. 1 terabyte is just crap. Get that out of my face. Give me a 2 or a 3 at least. Come on. What the hell, Microsoft? It's gonna cost at least $150. But still, if you're gonna sell it as a separate part, at least give me something good. 1 terabyte. Get the frick out of here. Okay. I almost forgot to tell you about this one. So Machinima, right? They back people like the Angry Joe Show and stuff like that for. I think they do the Angry Joe Show still, but basically they back people who make game reviews and stuff like that, and probably even Let's Play, but mainly game reviews and stuff from copyright notices and infringements and all that. They protect them. So getting all the legal rights that they need to do what they need to do. But anyways, they got kind of caught with a deceptive advertising scam kind of thing. Basically what they did is they paid people to make YouTube videos of basically how kick-ass the Xbox One was, and like as if they're really reviewing it, but what it is they're truly getting paid for it, and no one disclosed that they were getting paid for it. So you think like, oh, these guys are really making a review, it must be genuine, it's right, but it's just people who've been paid to say shit.
Dude, business is war. Business is war, and I've wondered for a long time how long things have been like that behind the scenes. Seriously, like I remember I was looking to buy a new car, and I was reading car reviews. And each car company was like, being dissed by this person over there or that person over there. And I wondered to myself, is it somebody's job in some office somewhere for Subaru to go shit on Toyota all day on the internet? Are they allowed to do that? I don't see why not,
And I could totally see it happening.
And I could definitely see that kind of shit happening, trying to control where the people are thinking and what they hear and what they know. And another thing that got me thinking and so forth was I do a lot of, like, modding machines and stuff like that. And I won't use that word. But I acquire games by a lot of different ways. And, it occurred to me at some point, like, I put mod chips in these systems and so forth and so on.
Yeah.
And then you think to yourself, these aren't kids in a basement making these mod chips. This takes a clean room. This takes a company. This takes real tools, real machines, real freaking people, not kids.
Yeah.
So where do they come from? I mean, they come from China somewhere. Okay, that's great. But are they a sister company? Are they a branch? Is Microsoft making the mod chips that are going to fuck up Sony? Is Sony making the mod chips that are going to fuck up Microsoft? Business is war. And that's what that really is all about, man.
Yeah, but they're now, okay, glad they're in war, but they got caught and they had to settle. So, I guess the war has a little bit of smack in the face going on. Man, I can't believe Doom is still going on, right? Holy shit, Doom is... I remember playing Doom, like, Windows 95, bro? Like...
What was it? It was gratuitous violence in a first-person shooter. I mean, what else was going on around that time? I mean, I'm gonna guess, and I'm probably wrong, that Doom and GoldenEye kind of came out around the same time? And GoldenEye was like... No, you don't think?
No way.
But,
no way. You know why I know that? Because I was playing that on the...
Before GoldenEye, right?
Yeah.
Like Wolfenstein and stuff was long
Yeah. Before. Now, I remember playing the original Wolfenstein, too,
yeah.
like, back then, man. Like, they were... That's when games were really crazy. And he goes, I'm just reading some of the stuff in the chat here. Let's see. So, yeah, it's just it's surprising to see it still going. But Wolfenstein is still going, so I mean...
Xbox Doom, and it was horrible, man, because you had to, like, use your flashlight all the time as a button or something. It was just a horrible combination.
That.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah. No, this is like, oh man, what year? Now it's bugging me. I really have to find out what year.
Doom was gratuitous violence. And I had a PC that could run it, but I also had, and this is a bomb of a system, I also had the Atari Jaguar at the time, and the Jaguar was running it better than my PC could. This is way back.
1993.
Alright. Anyway, yeah.
Sorry.
Atari Jaguar sucked. Tempest.
Yeah.
Tempest 2000. That if they just made the machine and they called the machine Tempest 2000 and didn't do anything else, that was an awesome game. That was that jewel it ran on. They had one on PlayStation as well. I think it was called Tempest XL, and it looked comparable, but the Jaguar version was by far better. And that's the only game that Jaguar was even worth. That's it.
Like, yeah, wow.
It.
That sucks.
I heard rumors of a new Atari system coming out. I forget what it was called. I think it was named after another cat again or something, or maybe Predator or something. I forget.
No, back in 2000.
Whatever.
Those are old games. Yep. Yeah. See, because I'm saying, I'll tell you what, Wolfenstein. I'm saying, oh, I can't believe Doom. Wolfenstein, man. How old is Wolfenstein, dude? Like
Wolfenstein and Doom
probably around the same time.
They felt like they both had the same engine. I'm probably wrong, but I don't know who did them. Maybe ID Soft or something.
I don't know.
But they both had like the same engine to me. They're both the same thing. One was obviously Nazis, and one was obviously monsters. But
let's see. Let's see. You made Doom.
ID.
Okay. And let's see. You made Wolfenstein. Original. There it goes. Wolfenstein 3. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Wolfenstein 3D.
Yeah.
That was the 3D. What year did this come out? It was before Doom. 1992. Yep, look at that. 1992. I'll tell you, man, that was a good game. I played the hell out of that one.
Who made it? They made a couple of games for different people. I think they made something for like.
I don't. Let's see. ID.
Yeah, ID.
ID. Yeah. They did a lot of stuff back then.
ID and Bethesda are like shaking hands now. I would say they're almost pretty much
really
one and the same now. Yeah, they're.
Maybe that's why Bethesda is so good, because I really find Bethesda. And you know, someone asked if I'm looking for any new games, or you know, or if I've been playing any new games, or looking forward to them. Have you?
Fallout is really all that I'm looking forward to. Fallout and Forza. You know, but again, I'm not one of these guys that needs a big library of games. Like, I'll buy Fallout and it will consume me because it will be huge. And okay, so I want a little bit of action and thrill, or you know, adrenaline. Then I'll throw in Forza. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not out buying every new game, signing up for pre-releases and getting all gassed up like, ooh, when? You know, that's not my deal.
Yeah. No. I can't see myself doing that anymore. Let's see. For me, obviously, Roller Coaster Tycoon World. Oh, I just remembered something. I had a buddy, Sazi, show me a video. I guess it was taken at some kind of games convention. Of what was it? Like them playing, someone taking a video of a screen shot, or of the screen playing the new Roller Coaster Tycoon World. So I'm really psyched about that, because that means it's getting close. That really means it's getting close. Oh, and yep, we gotta love when things are going off, but you know, luckily that thing.
That's me,
off.
actually. So
yeah. Well, you know, your tracking device. You know, you.
I don't want to talk about that, right?
Okay, I know.
You know how annoying it is to take a shower with that thing on my ankle?
I know.
Whatever.
Well, you know, we just gotta make sure. We just gotta make sure it goes on the dog or something.
I'm never gonna do that again. I swear to God, I'm never gonna do that again.
All right. You know, I wouldn't if I were you. So you know, and that's where, you know, we have someone saying Mad Max right here. I would.
I'll check it out. If the game comes to me in some means that I'm not going to the store and buying it, then I'll check it out. But you know, I don't care.
I can get it right now for $17 on G2A, but unfortunately, I've got some bills coming up. I can't get it, so I'll probably end up not getting it, because by the time I'll be able to get it, it'll be way too expensive. So, you know, unless somehow it magically came to me right now, you know, it's basically that's, you know, or when this sale is on, that's or unless
I don't know. You know, I would say that it launches right around, like, when I watched Mad Max, right, recently. I immediately wanted to play Fallout because it takes place in that post-apocalyptic thing. But I didn't play Fallout. I went to Rage, and that's another Bethesda game, and it didn't really get the credit it deserves. It's a pretty good game. But again, it's in that post-apocalyptic world. So I mean, is Mad Max coming out based around Fallout, or is Fallout coming? Did they just happen to be coming out at the same time in this post-apocalyptic event kind of thing, or you know, what is everybody wants to see the end of the world, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, and I just put my ref link in there. If anyone wants to go, there's a lot of crazy deals. I know we have more people in here now than there was before. I don't think there was anyone in when I was going through it before. I just want to point out there's a lot of crazy deals going on. Rocket League's kind of stayed the same kind of price, $16.67. I really want that game, but you know what? I feel it would die off real quick. $17.58 is the lowest price right now for Mad Max on G2A, and that is awesome. I unfortunately will not be getting that right at the moment. Don't have the means to. So, just at the moment.
Again, I don't know. The game's probably going to be adrenaline packed. It's not going to be story driven. Like Fallout's are more story driven.
Right.
The movie wasn't. The movie wasn't story driven. The movie was, I have the water, you don't. Ha ha. That's the movie.
Yeah.
Or we also have women that we breed. That's the movie.
And like I was saying earlier, anyone who's big into Mortal Kombat, you need to jump on G2A right now. Use that ref link. Jump on G2A and get it for $9.35 for Mortal Kombat X. So that's at the time. So anyone watching on YouTube, most likely you're not going to get any of these deals.
When is G2A going to send us our check for doing this?
Yeah. Well, if more people use the ref link, then I could get a check for it. But I would need like tons of people. So it's just it. What I'm really just doing is seeing what it does, kind of by asking people, like, because I haven't seen anything come about of it. I don't know. I hear it's crap. Who knows? I'll find out if it eventually works. But I'm just I'm trying to do a test, kind of, in a sense. It doesn't cost anyone anything extra. It just, I'm kind of doing a test. But I'll tell you what, because the reason I'm testing this out, because G2A has this gold mine thing or whatever, and as I put in the ref link, right? Once you click on something else, it just goes to the normal web address. There's no ref link, like, ref link plus the web address. No. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much I believe it. I think it might be bullcrap. Unless I don't know. I don't get it. Okay. Someone was saying Ark Evolved, Survival Evolved is $24.29 right now. It's on the cheaper side from what it usually is. Metal Gear Solid 5 though is right up at $56.17. But I mean, come on, that Mad Max and Mortal Kombat deal are unmatchable. Grand Theft Auto 5 right now for $35.90. That's pretty awesome. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Legendary Edition of Skyrim for $9.82. That's not bad at all. I think I got mine for $7. Borderlands 2 Game of the Year. What did you think of Borderlands? Did you like it?
Again, post-apocalyptic game. Again. It was cool, dude. I mean, I played through the first one, and that was the only one I played, but I finished it. The claptraps. You gotta love the claptraps, man. There's so many different personalities, and they're all funny as hell. It's okay game. There was one part in the first one where they had, it was like it's in the post-apocalyptic war, and there's like this car battle going on in this arena, and the boss's name was Mad Mel. That's hilarious because it's a direct thing from it's they're making fun of Mad Max, because they're using Mel Gibson's name, Mel, and then they're putting Mad in front of it, so it's Mad Mel, and you obviously know what you're doing here. You're driving these things around, blowing the hell out of each other. It was fun.
Yeah.
The people that made it have a little bit of a sense of humor going on.
Okay, that's cool. That's good to know. I think I have that. I honestly think I have the second one, the second Borderlands. I gotta check it out sometime. There's some other ones on there. Oh, look at that, 67 cents, and I could try Rainbow Six Siege for a beta code. That's probably not supposed to be on sale, but oh well, it is, and I told you about it. It's not like it's a hidden gem that no one knows about, so I don't feel like I'm doing anything wrong on that end. City Skylines. Cities Skylines. $9.10. It's the best city building game that's been out yet. For a long time. Diablo 3, if you're into that, $16.60.
I have a friend that's into Diablo quite a bit. They tried, I got a console version of it, and it was boring as hell to me. I just didn't really dig it. It reminds me of a Dreamcast game I played, Record of Lotus War. And, they are what they are. They're crawlers. They're like crawlers. And, that game drove me crazy. I love Record of Lotus War, because every footstep was like chinked in armor, like chink, 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 chink.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me with this? You don't even notice it for the first 2 minutes, and then that's all you can hear.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Diablo. I don't like overheaders like that. As far as games like that, if I'm playing an overhead, I want it to be like a tycoon game or something of that nature. Let's see. Shadow Mordor. You know what? That game just looks like medieval Assassin's Creed. I don't want to play it, but it is $10.02. So like I said, for anyone on YouTube, too bad these are probably all gone by the time you'll see it, unless you see it within the time, because I will be posting it tonight. So you know, if you see it soon enough, hey. But you know, after that, it's not much you could do. Civilization 5, the complete edition. That's a little too expensive. $16. That's too much. No, that's too much. Fallout 3, look at that. Game of the Year edition for $6.68. That's a killer deal right there. $6.68.
If you haven't picked it up and were curious, definitely.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you haven't, holy hell, that is a great game. Maybe it's not for everyone, but I loved it. I think.
Well, you know what's funny is I don't really remember any. I think Bethesda for me was the first people to bring like first-person RPG. You know,
Yeah.
like everything else was like over the shoulder or overhead or like. But Morrowind was like broken. Like the fighting was just like this isn't working properly. But Fallout, because you couldn't do this with like Oblivion and stuff, but like Fallout, it almost turned it into a turn-based RPG with the VAT system.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not a good shot or you get nervous under pressure, and you're aiming all over the place, you just right trigger it, and well, I don't know on PC, but and then you pick out what parts of the body you want to shoot, and it'll tell you what percentage of your odds
your
are hitting it and
chance.
so forth.
Right.
So if you're not into action RPGs, then it doesn't have to be that.
Right, and that's a really awesome part of it. Something I just saw. This is kind of a normal price. I've seen it actually for cheaper. I think I got mine for like $4. But Insurgency, if you ever see it for a good price, good game to grab. It's like Call of Duty meets. It's like Call of Duty meets Battlefield, but then it all gets scrambled up somewhere, and then it just ends up being an awesome game at the end of it all. So that's awesome. Yeah. I think that's basically all we have on. I'm not gonna sit here and go through the rest of these games. I just wanted to tell you, I think those are some of the Labor Day deals that are coming out, that are on right now. And there's probably some at some other sites, but those are some pretty badass deals.
So all right, so we took them shopping. What else do we have?
So someone was asking, City Skylines, same as SimCity. It's better than SimCity. And so
for him, those aren't my games.
SimCity was a complete shitfest when that was released, and I think it still kind of is. I don't like it. Their whole idea of let's give you only like 4 plots of land. They're not even that big. Your city, like, it's just crap. The way Cities Skylines does it was so much smarter. Like you start in this spot, and then you keep expanding out from there, and you can make districts once you're big enough, and it let you do so much more that really felt like you're really making a city and not just some strip mall. Basically, that's what SimCity did. Is it made this like strip mall bullcrap kind of feeling, because the way that the way they just cut you off, you had so limited space on SimCity. So City Skyline just really is way better in so many ways, and it's what SimCity should have been. So I hope that answered your question, and if anyone else was curious about Cities Skylines, and you know what? It was a way better price right from the freaking start. Right from the start than SimCity. Because guess what? SimCity cost me $60 and had me waiting, I don't know, I think like 4 or 5 days till I could really play the game. And then I still wasn't sure if my save game would stay, because everything was all screwed up because they had to do online DRM bullshit. So you know what? They screwed it all up with that, and they charged me $60. I got my Cities Skylines for $20. I think it started out at $30. I think that might be its regular price, but I mean, half the price, 20 times the game. Can't beat it. Boom. Slap in the face. That's right, EA. I don't even give a crap, because I don't get paid by any of them. So I say what I want. So anyways, that was that. We're getting close to the end. We're getting really close to the end. I think I have a couple more things to really say, but not really much past that. So, let's see. Jimmy Kimmel made some comments. Just gotta point this out. And I'm, let me stop for a second there. I guess I stand corrected, as the person who was asking me about SimCity was talking about the original SimCity. I'm talking about the newer one. The original, you can't compare them. One's an amazing classic, and one's completely new school. So you can't really compare them, because one looks amazing and one is very basic, but it was just such a breakthrough at time. So you really can't. I'm not going to compare them. I'm not going to compare them. So that's just me. But back to Jimmy Kimmel's comments. Yeah, so Jimmy Kimmel thought, yeah, why would these people, because he was talking about YouTube gaming, which I'll point out something about YouTube gaming real quick. YouTube gaming is Google's way of going at Twitch, kind of. Like, we're going to take over the Twitch market. Now, I think that's because they couldn't buy Twitch. They were ruled that they couldn't buy Twitch. So now that's why Amazon owns Twitch. Now, YouTube gaming, unlike Twitch, where they will archive with my archived video, if there's copywritten music in it, guess what? It'll mute it there. Nope. Not with YouTube. What they're going to do is you're going to get a warning right down. Now, this is from what I understand. Okay, it's not official. I mean, from what I think it is what it's going to be, but I guess we won't know until it really is like that. But basically, the streamer is going to get a little notice. The streamer is going to get a little notice saying that they have 10 minutes to shut off whatever copywritten material, music, whatever the heck that YouTube is saying no, you can't use. Now, if you don't turn that off within 10 minutes of getting that notice, you're going to have your stream muted until you do turn it off, and then it detects that it's not on anymore. Boo. Boo, boo. Boo, 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 boo. Okay? That is just... what the hell? So... and I want to thank people in the chat for doing some of the commands in there. Pretty fun. Type in some things, and there it goes. This is why it's great to be here live.
So that's what Jimmy Kimmel was talking about? He was talking about the music licensing?
No. So, I'm still going. But no, the comments that got everyone outraged. He's got 51 or 53,000, something like that, dislikes on this video because he kind of had to. Now, this is why I said all the other stuff, because he kind of crapped on this whole YouTube gaming, which also would be crapping on people who watch Twitch, saying that it's silly, and basically silly and stupid to watch someone play a game. Why would you want to do that? Why wouldn't you just go get the game yourself? I don't know. Why do you watch baseball or basketball or football? Go out and play it yourself.
Well, those games have a lot of other things going on, like people bet on them and so forth and so on. But I understand where you're going and what you're saying. Like, to watch gaming. Let's see. I imagine if you want to be, if you're a hardcore gamer in your leisure, or something. I mean, most of the time I'll go to YouTube. Like when I get stumped, like the Lego games piss me off.
Really, I've never played any of the Lego games. Man.
Because you're standing around like, what do I got to do? I got to bash that tree, take the parts, or is it the fucking thing over there, or what do I got to do? So you YouTube it in, and you're like, oh, okay. But to watch games being played, it's not my deal, but my daughter does that quite a bit. She'll watch like a lot of survival horror games being played. And she's watching them because the people, who's that guy, man, who's big on YouTube?
PewDiePie?
Yeah. A lot of that they're watching for their reaction and stuff, and they gas it up, and they act all afraid, or they make silly comments and so forth. And I can see where it's fun, like to play, I'm sad to say, if you have no friends, and goddammit, watching PewDiePie play a survival horror game and get scared might be fun for you. It's cool. It's whatever,
But it goes beyond that. I mean, we're talking about live, because, there is YouTube with game, but what we're talking about is live. Why would someone... And the truth of the matter is, it's like watching TV. You're just watching a game that maybe you've played or you haven't played, and you want to see maybe how the other person plays it. Maybe you need some tips in it. Maybe you just enjoy, like, just like you like talking about a movie that you might have watched, and you're like, oh, you remember that part? You could be going through that game like, oh, have you played this before? Oh, you remember this part? Oh, this part was crazy. Oh my god, and you just have a conversation, and that's the thing, like, it's why he made these comments, but it got him. I mean, people went from saying logical stuff like I did to you should tie your thick fishing line around your balls and jump off of a cliff, with it tied up to the top or whatever. And I'm like, Jesus, oh, die of cancer, oh, die of brain cancer. It's like, well, it's a little harsh because he made a stupid comment. It's not like Jesus. It's a little nuts. But I just wanted to point on that because guess what? People who are watching me on Twitch right now, guess what? They're when I stream later, there will probably be people watching me play Freight Tycoon because they've never seen it before. Maybe it's not worth the buy. Maybe they want to see what's going on.
Well, I suppose it could be interactive to some degree. Like you could, it's not really multiplayer, but it's interactive to some degree. Like if you chat someone that's playing a game live, like, hey, you passed a chest on the left. Maybe you didn't see it. Maybe there's something in there. So I mean, you are part of the game, even though you're not holding the controller.
Like sometimes that can get a little annoying though, because sometimes people want to think that they have to tell you everything. Like, sometimes maybe part of the fun is learning the game. Maybe I don't, here's the thing that people need to learn for streamers, okay? Maybe some of the early ones, but definitely the big ones, okay? If they want help, they'll ask for it. And they'll truly, like, sometimes you'll hear me like, okay, can someone maybe find, because I could stop it. I could alt tab out and have you all watch a frozen screen while I look at it and be like, oh, that's how I get past it. Or I could just wander around a little bit while someone else looks it up, but I'll ask to look it up. But like someone says, backseat gamers suck. It can be really annoying, don't sit there and be like, oh, dude, you gotta go over here. You gotta go over there. No, you know what? Just let them play the damn game because now you're spoiling it. You might as well just start watching a movie with someone and be like, he's going to go straight and then he's going to take a left and there's going to be someone in the alleyway. And then he's going to get shot?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll wait a little bit until you get to that point. Alright, right after this point, it's like, come on, dude, you're telling me what I want to watch the movie. So it's the same kind of thing. So now I think we can go on to I think our last three subjects really. I'll do a quick one real quick. Rocket League did a patch, for the PC, so you can filter out PS4 players on it when you're doing multiplayer. Just thought I'd throw that in there. Boom, there you go. All right, now Witcher 3. I haven't played it yet. I hear it's a great game. I really do want to play it. And I've seen it for a decent price. It's still like $35. That's a decent price for it, and it'll really push the limits of your system. It's a pretty powerful game. But they are getting a update to make it more romantic. Yeah. And it's like, how romantic are we talking? Because I remember The Witcher 2, man. And like, one of the first scenes in it's like, I got titties on the screen. Like, can I stream this on here right now? Do I have to turn this off? Oh no, it's game content, so that should be good. Alright, let's see if we can find a porno game. Let's see if I get in trouble for that. Like, you can imagine put that... Twitch, it's a game! What are you talking... I didn't realize it was inappropriate. Oh, jeez. Sex game? Inappropriate? Sorry. I'm going a little crazy there. So, yeah, I didn't really read much into it. These are just quick ones that I wanted to get out because I remember seeing it. But yeah, Witcher 3 is getting more romantic stuff going on, like dialogues and stuff like that going on. So let's I think we'll wrap it up with this last part here because I think we're just gonna go with the EA thing, even though this isn't like a huge story, or a great ender. I don't know, but it's kind of like the bigger one to explain. So EA, is working on diversity and saying it can't all be all white males in quotations. You know, it can't be all white males. And okay, so I guess they don't have any black people working for black guys working for them. I don't know. Like, really? There's not one black guy working in there? Yeah, I don't know, but I get where they're coming from because now you take The Sims, right? Now, I'm a guy, I'm designing the game, and I got to make these women act like womenly, you know, and do women things and talk. But it's gonna be from my perspective. I mean, maybe you get it, someone who's like a hey kind of person. That maybe they have a little more insight to it, but you know, I see where they're saying, well, now, you know, we've hired women, you know, we've hired a bunch of women to, you know, and some are in really key positions and stuff, and high roles in the company. And now, instead of just winging it, like I was saying about making like characters in The Sims and stuff that were women and just, you know, going off of what a guy would think a woman would do, now it's women making what the women would do, like what they would do. So it's oh, that, you know what, actually I just I'll make that comment right before we leave, you know, but I just thought about something, one last topic on here. But basically, I understand. But you know what? So maybe like if there's gonna but I understand that with the women thing. But like I guess diversity. So if they make a game like GTA, I guess like how GTA is, you know, let's say, I guess they would have a better understanding how the blacks and the Spanish would act. I don't know. I don't get it exactly where they're going with it.
It's just a PR statement.
And that's exactly what I'm thinking it is, and it's kind of crap. And that's why I never can trust EA. I never can trust EA. I just
got in a lot of trouble for treating their employees like crap, so now they're just like, we're not bad guys. That's all.
We're not bad people,
about.
I swear.
Whatever. Everybody's bad. Everybody's out to make money, and they're going to do whatever the hell they can to make it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, whatever, man.
Okay. I see what you're saying. So the last thing I'm going to step on, you know, someone in our chat was asking about what are our thoughts on VR and HoloLens. Kind of, we already talked about that in like the first episode.
Check out the other episode. Look at the other episode, and you'll see.
The first one, yeah. But I do want to just talk about it again really quick, because even Oculus, the creators of Oculus, are saying that VR is still very expensive. And it's relatively primitive, so it's really still like in its early stages, and it's very expensive. So I think people are putting too much of their like hopes and wishes, like, oh,
what I think
VR.
We'll see before virtual reality is more augmented reality. Like, I think one of the Game Boys tried that stuff too, with like a couple cards, and the card has like a program on it, like it's in print. But the machine knows how to read it and code it out so that things appear on the screen as you're looking through them. I think we're going to see more stuff like that, like a pair of sunglasses or something that have augmented reality where, you know, there's a lot of things in the world around you that you don't see, and then you put them on, and then, unfortunately, a bunch of ads and commercials and shit are going to come out at you. That's probably what it's going to be about. But that's what I think is going to be more happening here. Like you'll put a pair of glasses on, and it will compensate when you're driving for the vehicle around you and fill that in so your car appears transparent, so forth. I think augmented reality is way before virtual reality. That you're going to see a lot more of that. In my opinion. What do I know? Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, virtual reality is a crazy thing. I think people are thinking it's going to be too... Like, it's cool. It's going to be cool to put your Oculus Rift on, but you know what? You're going to only be doing that while you're alone. You're not going to be sitting there with your friend in there, like, playing for 2 hours, like...
I think it's going to be like, if you're in Times Square, you're overwhelmed with advertisement and stuff just bombarding you. And my example is like, if you're in Times Square, let's say, and you hold up your smartphone and you look through it, you know, like on your camera mode or whatever, there'll be 10 times more advertising that you can't see with your real eyes. That will be all around you. That's...
Yeah, well, like, you can see it with your real eyes, obviously, but you don't
looks like a little barcode. I saw something online. Haagen-Dazs did it. YouTube it. It's kind of cool looking. They put 2 pints of Haagen-Dazs ice cream down. Then they brought their smartphone up on top of it and put them down, and there's a guy playing a violin You know, it's like a hologram that appears
Yeah.
on your phone. That's the kind of stuff that we're going to see more of.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Huh. You know, yeah, and that's where they were saying HoloLens will do that because it's that's the one where Microsoft made it and they did Minecraft and where it like actually was like full on hologram 3D craziness. Yeah. So I think that basically sums up everything.
Yeah.
I had to think of.
It's about that time.
Yeah, it's about that time. We want to go anywhere between an hour and a half, and it seems like we've gotten to that spot. So I want to thank everyone for watching, coming out to watch us live on Twitch TV. So if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure. Saturdays, I'd like to do them around 9:30. Maybe things will change, but if you did follow my Twitter at ReadySetGame87, well, you might be able to see when exactly I'm going to be going live on Saturdays for this show. Then you can also make sure if, you like the video, you hit that like. But if you dislike it, and tell me why, maybe you didn't agree with something. Throw in the comments, something you maybe want to talk about on the next show. Don't be afraid. Do it. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you also hit that subscribe button because every subscription does help, and I very much appreciate it. Going on to the last part, if you've missed any of our other episodes, this is, like I said, episode 4, so you can go back and watch the previous ones on my YouTube channel, if hopefully you are seeing this from there, because if you're watching it as a Twitch highlight, because they are also on there, guess what? You can also go to the link when you're watching the Twitch highlight to go to my YouTube channel and check it out there. So I want to thank you all again, and I will see you all next time. We're out.
Thank you.
Peace. Later.